After the whistle starts at Bald Eagle where this happened. On 3rd and 16, State High quarterback Finn Furmanek rolled out right before firing a 17-yard crossbody rope up top to Deontay Sheffy to convert and keep the scoring drive alive. Would it be enough to help the Little Lions capture district championship? After the whistle starts right now. Hi, I'm Dugan Lloyd. We'll have more on that game later, plus more action from around District 6.
And I'm Adam Sheets. Plus a look into why we're coming to you at 6 p.m. on a Friday night. It's all Nicole's fault. That's Tropical Storm Nicole. After the whistle starts now. Our game of the week brings us to Penns Valley, where the Rams hosted the Bald Eagle Area Eagles. Penns Valley Rams running out of the banner here as they take on Bald Eagle in a huge District 6 semifinal action in AA. Early in the second quarter, Penns Valley quarterback Jackson Roaming rushes all the way for a Penns Valley touchdown to make it 14-7. On a beautiful November night in Penns Valley. Couldn't ask for a better night between the Rams and the Eagles. And on Bald Eagle's next drive in the second quarter, Bald Eagle wide receiver Cameron Watkins has a passing touchdown to tie it up. The Eagles soaring through the Rams defense out at Penns Valley. Now fast forward midway into the fourth quarter. Penns Valley running back Ty Watson with a 55-yard run, getting loose against the Eagles defense, running down the sidelines. That would punch it in later to increase the Penns Valley lead to 27-14. Penns Valley wins 34-14 over Bald Eagle, capped off with a huge pick six to finish it. With the 34-14 win, Penns Valley will take a trip to Mansion Park next Friday to play Bishop Guilfoyle. Joining us now in studio is McLean Young, who was on the sidelines for tonight's game. McLean, what did you see from these teams?
Yeah, Adam, it was a great matchup, a rematch where the Golden Eagles, or Bald Eagle was able to take the first matchup against the Rams, but this time the Rams used their teamwork and battling adversity to come back and get the win. Let's take a look at what was going on in Penns Valley. Teamwork. A common trope at every level of athletics found a new meaning for the Penns Valley Rams in their playoff game against Bald Eagle. After quarterback Jackson Romick threw a second-half interception in a one-score game, his teammates picked him up with a goal line stand.
It was amazing. I mean, we did face some adversity, like you said, and that's how we are. We pick each other up when we make mistakes, and that's just how we play.
Even running back Ty Watson, who had a phenomenal 55-yard run to set up the game-sealing touchdown, was quick to credit his teammates.
Perfect play by the line. The line did it all for me. There was a really nice hole. Guy was catching me. I saw him, but he caught me. But then the next play, punched it in. All thanks to my line, just had a good hole for me.
Ultimately, the will to help each other propelled the Rams to a playoff victory.
Yeah, it's something special to have a group of young men who support each other the way these guys do. They play for each other, and they're always looking to help each other out. It's really special. I can't put my finger on any one thing that we've done to get this. What I can tell you is we believe in molding our players into outstanding young men, and that's a testament to them.
Watson says the Rams will continue to rely on teamwork as they make their way through the playoffs.
Team is everything. That's what Coach tells us. Team, we have fun doing what we do, and nothing can beat team effort. Just got to keep battling. That's what we do. We keep battling, pick each other up. That's how we do it.
The Rams will face off against Bishop Guilfoyle next week at Mansion Park to compete for the AA championship title. And now look at why this week's games were moved around. Dana Osgood joins us.
We've had quite the rain showers to contend with today, and that's because of the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole, which impacted Florida around 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, is now moving its way through Pennsylvania from south to north, giving us some pretty impressive rainfall totals, as well as heavy showers throughout the day. And that's not the only thing we'll be dealing with as well. A cold front moved through at the same time, which pushed Nicole offshore a little bit faster. However, temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day, and so we're only going to be seeing temperatures in the middle 40s. And behind this front, we're going to be seeing some pretty high wind gusts as well, which could impact the games. And that's not all, because as our flow comes out of the northwest, we could be contending with a couple of raindrops, and in higher elevations could even see some snow flurries for this point. But overall, we're seeing temperatures in the middle 50s, decreasing throughout the day with some scattered showers. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Dana. We'll continue to keep a look at that. We had a battle for the District 6 crown on the line between State High and Altoona in Bald Eagle tonight. Right off the bat, Deontay Sheffy took a handoff outside 9 yards to the promised land. Squeezing past a couple mountain lions, he'd make it 7-0 State High. Fast forward to the end of the first half, as Alexander Yost taking it up the middle, taking upon himself to tie things up at 7-7. Holding on to the 14-7 lead, State High wideout Dante Nastosi is going to take a jet sweep outside, shaking a few mountain lions on his way to the 19-yard voyage to the pylon, putting them up 2 scores. A little later on, following a 57-yard scamper to the 1-yard line, Deontay Sheffy is going to finish what he started, pounding one home to tally his 3rd score on the night. Adam, we will see the cup was in the building. It is going to go to the unbeaten Little Lions of State College as they repeat in District 6. State College advanced to 11-0, beating Altoona 28-7. They will host the winner of tomorrow night's Erie McDowell versus Taylor Alderice matchup. Logan Brandis has more on State College's victory over Altoona to claim the 6A championship.
Thanks, Dugan. After a tightly contested first half, the Little Lions roared to life and took over in the 3rd quarter to secure their 2nd victory over Altoona this season alone.
8, 9, 10, 11!
State College kept the good times rolling on Thursday with a 28-7 win over Altoona to remain undefeated and become District 6 champions. The Little Lions didn't pull away until late in the 2nd quarter, where they scored 21 unanswered points.
While it probably wasn't as smooth as State College wanted it to be, it was still enough for the Little Lions to be crowned District 6 champions. On the backs of Deontay Sheffy, the Little Lions were able to come away with their first playoff victory.
After putting up 19 touchdowns in the regular season, Sheffy found the end zone 3 times in his first career playoff game. The reward for such a performance? His very own championship medal.
We just turned up and...
Sorry, gotta get that
yes,
on.
Sir. So we turned up and way better execution than any of our in-season games.
Despite the game being played at a neutral site in Bald Eagle, Sheffy heard the noise from the State College fan base. While some in the stands may have been surprised with his performance, his head coach Matt Lintel certainly wasn't.
I'm not surprised, just proud of the kid. He does a great job. Obviously it starts up front with the guys up there clearing the path and the guys on the edge just helping him out. So he runs hard, you get him in space and he can make big things happen, so super proud of him.
Now, Lintel and the Lions play a game they're all too familiar with. The waiting game. They play the winner of tomorrow's matchup between McDowell and Taylor Alderdice, giving State College the chance to check off another box.
I think it's kind of a deep breath to have this game under your belt and be able to kind of move forward. The District 6 champions again, and I'm just proud of these guys for the effort, the heart, and it's paying off. You know, we've been able to kind of check some boxes off along the way, undefeated season, Mid-Penn champions, now District 6 champions.
Thank you, Logan. For that story, the Little Lions are still unbeaten.
And shout out to Altoona. The program is showing improvement too. Now for some scores around the state.
DuBois fell to Juniata 17-7. Juniata is now the 4A champion, and they are scheduled to move on in playoff action, facing the winner of tomorrow night's Meadville versus University Prep game. Meanwhile, Cambria Heights is set to play Northern Cambria tomorrow night.
Central will take on Penn Cambria tomorrow evening at Mansion Park. And Portage will hit the road to play Penn's Manor at home.
Richland faced off against Bishop Guilfoyle to try and maintain their district title. Richland playing host tonight, hosting the Marauders of Bishop Guilfoyle. Richland got on the board first as Evan McCracken takes the Wildcat snap in for himself to make it 8-0, but BG would soon tie it up. Later in the second, BG's Drew Abraham rips off a long run that gets the visitors in the red zone. That would help set up this Carson Kieselwetter plunge touchdown. Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders go up 14-8. In the third, Kieselwetter connects with Drew Abraham for this 30-yard score. Guilfoyle widens its lead 25-8. About 5 minutes left in the game. Richland trying to come back, and Kiesewetter trying to make a play for the Marauders as he rolls out, and he's going to be picked off by Richland's Ethan Box. Box is going to return this one 75 yards for a score. Pick 6. Richland's within 4 points. Huge play there for Richland trying to come back, but it was all over as Kiesewetter scores the game-sealing score in the 2 minutes. 32-22, Marauders win. Richland lost their first game of the year to Bishop Guilfoyle tonight, 32-22. Bishop Guilfoyle will play Penns Valley next Friday night at Mansion Park. John Dreger has a close-up look at tonight's game.
Thanks, Adam. It's tough to move up divisions, but some teams have defied the odds. Take James Madison University, for example. Originally an FCS powerhouse, the Dukes moved up to the highest level of Division I football and currently sit at the top of the Sun Belt Conference. Moving divisions happen in high school as well, and Bishop Guilfoyle has inherited their inner Duke dog.
It didn't take long for Carson Kiesewetter and the number 4 Marauders to find their footing, literally. But by the half, Bishop Guilfoyle would lead by 7 points and would go on to win 32-22 over the undefeated number 1 seed Richland Highlanders. Bishop Guilfoyle is now less than a year removed from winning a single A state title, but they'd managed to take down the highest-ranked AA team from District 6.
We knew, Richland's an incredible team, incredible program, and between the two of us, we won, the 6 or 7 of the last district titles. So,
meeting an undefeated team in the Highlanders, Guilfoyle had their way in the second and third quarter. However, early in the fourth quarter, up 2 scores, Bishop Guilfoyle was marching down the field until this happened.
Kiesewetter throws, picked off! Richland has it! Return down the sideline! That is going to be Ethan Box, who's going to take it into the Richland end zone for a touchdown!
That put Richland within striking distance yet again.
When he threw that interception, he felt bad, and he said, I want the ball, I want to make up for it, and he came out in that, and you saw it was just him the last drive going down the field.
And that guilty feeling led to a series of Carson Kiesewetter quarterback keepers in the final drive for Guilfoyle. Kiesewetter took hit after hit until he takes it the distance and scores the touchdown that would pull the Marauders away from the hosting Highlanders.
Defeated this year, like we've been saying all year, a couple plays away from being 10-0 in the regular season, and we're really a playoff team. We knew we could come out and compete 2A, 1A, 3A, whatever it is. So it's a big win.
Our goal is always to get back to Mansion Park, play that game, play for a title. We've been fortunate enough to do that a lot in the recent years. So,
Guilfoyle denies Richland a 5th straight trip to the AA District Title Championship. Now, the Marauders have a shot at a District 6 AA title against the 2nd seed Penns Valley Rams. For After the Whistle, I'm John Drake.
Richland quarterback Sam Penna's brother, Joe, suffered a concussion last night, which led to a 15-minute delay of gameplay. According to the Richland Rams Twitter, Penna was released from the hospital last evening and is currently resting at home. He's in the concussion protocol, but he does have full movement in all extremities. Coming up, Penn State looks to improve to 8-2 in tomorrow's game against Maryland.
But first, we'll take a look at some scores from around the PIAA as the second round of the playoffs wrap up. We'll see you after the break.
Hello and welcome back to After the Whistle. Brought to you by Com Radio, Center County Report, and Penn State's chapter of AWSM.
Tomorrow, Penn State battles the Maryland Terrapins at Beaver Stadium. Logan Barandis has more.
The Nittany Lions are coming off a dominant 45-14 win over the Indiana Hoosiers last week. The running back duo of Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton combined for 159 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. That came despite a revolving door on the offensive line, which was a similar problem for the Nittany Lions last time they welcomed Maryland at home.
In 2020, when Penn State took on Maryland here at Beaver Stadium, it was a 35-19 shellacking of the Nittany Lions. Quarterback Sean Clifford was sacked 7 times in that contest. Now, just 2 years later, there's more eyes now than ever, both on Clifford and the 5 men up front to protect him.
Landon Tangwall was ruled out for the season, while projected first-round pick Olu Fashanu is week-to-week with an injury. That means more playing time for lesser experienced players on the line in the heat of conference play. According to James Franklin, it's been a challenge, but his team has lived up to the task.
It's a real positive. I mean, obviously I think that the challenge for everybody, especially in today's day and age of college football, is depth across the board, and at positions like O-line, where sometimes it takes a little bit longer to develop those guys because it's a man's game, when you're that close to the ball.
With mixing guys in and out at key positions, that creates a different challenge for the leaders of the group. For redshirt senior Juice Scruggs, communication goes a long way.
With the young guys coming in, you got to be more vocal than you normally would. But really, I try to be vocal anyways, over-communicate. That's a big thing we talk about. And just having everybody on the same page, no matter who's in.
The Nittany Lions are set to kick off against the Maryland Terrapins tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. You can listen to the game live on Penn State's Com Radio.
That's all for tonight's edition of After the Whistle. For all of us here, I'm Adam Sheets.
And I'm Dugan Lloyd. Tune in next week for more District 6 playoff coverage here on After the Whistle.